I mentioned this in a previous video that I'm in the transitioning period of moving out to Tennessee in this area, and I don't have a place to store my bike. So I'm very blessed that I have a gentleman, and you're going to meet him here shortly, and he'll tell you all about it, and he'll explain everything. And he's letting me store my bike here, which is outstanding. So I'm going to take you over to his house, and he lives about 20 or so miles into the mountains. He's got a gorgeous place out here. He's lived here all his life, and you'll meet him here in a minute. It's so fun to discover new roads. The road I'm coming up to is called Veterans Boulevard, and kind of a bypass around Pigeon Forge is what they told me. I mean, there's parts of this area where it does get a little hairy with traffic, but for the most part, it seems pretty empty. Oh wow, look at that view right there, man. That is outstanding. So if you stay on this road, I think another 2 or 3 miles from where I just turned, that's going to take you right to Dollywood. If you're into seeing, what's her name, Dolly Parton, and ride some roller coasters, I think. Never actually been to that park, and I don't know anything about it, but I'm sure it's very popular with the kiddies and all the country folks that, like, you know, if you're into that Dolly Parton kind of thing. I can't even name one song. Well, actually, I can. God, what was that movie? God, she was actually in it. 9 to 5. Didn't she sing that song? Working 9 to 5. That's the only Dolly Parton song I know. I'm not a big country guy, if you haven't figured that out yet. But this road bypasses a lot of the Pigeon Fords. It's a little bit longer out of the way, but I'd much rather have a road like this where, I don't even know what the speed limit is, I better turn it on, but it's probably like 40, 45, than having to stick in that stop and go traffic. But at the end of Dollywood, or at the end of this road, you can make a right, and that'll take you right into Gatlinburg and get you right into the Smoky Mountain National Park. This is Jeff, and say hi, Jeff.
Hey guys.
So Jeff was so very nice to me, and Jeff has lived in Tennessee his entire life, correct?
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know this, I just moved from Maryland, or I'm in the process of moving, and I needed a place for this bike right here that you're looking at. And about 2 years ago, a mutual friend of ours is a two-wheel rider, Mario, great channel. And he had, what did he have? The two-wheel rider adventure or something?
It was the inaugural.
It was the inaugural one, and that's where him and I met. And this was what's awesome about the motorcycle community is when I was coming up here, I don't know anybody up here. I don't. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought Jeff lived out by Sevierville, which I called it Severville. When I first moved out here, everybody does, because, you know, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I got to learn the Tennessee lingo. And I called him up and he said, you know what? You can leave your bike in my garage for as long as you need, because we're in the process of moving. I'm living in a temporary place for about a month. And he was so awesome to let me take this. And so I'm going to put him on the spot here in a second. He's got a beautiful Triumph, an Indy, and a Beneli. And I'm going to have him give a couple, maybe a minute or two, brief explanation of the 3 bikes he has. So, Jeff, you want to show us a little bit about your Triumph? This is what he rode down to the two-wheel rider event. And it's a Scrambler, so you can talk about it.
Yeah, I got it. I bought it used. It had just about 4,000 miles on it. Picked it up in North Carolina. I've done a few things to it. It was pretty much stock, except they had replaced the exhaust system, so it has the Zard exhaust and Decat. But I put lower guards on it. I put upper guards on it. I replaced the stock plastic handguards with I can't remember the brand. Anyway, they're real handguards, real metal.
Those bark busters?
Bark busters,
yeah.
Exactly what they are.
And you bought this, when you bought it, most of this was already on it. You didn't put a ton on it.
I did. Everything I was talking about, I did. The only thing that was on it that I didn't do was the exhaust.
And how do you love it off-road?
It's an excellent bike.
Yeah.
I'm switching over from Anarchy Wilds, which are...
That's what I actually have on my Pan America, yeah.
But they have very poor mileage.
They do.
So, you know, and what you'll find here is that it's an hour ride to get to any good off-road.
Yeah.
So you're going to be on a lot of pavement. And so I'm trying these Scorpion Rally STs.
Yeah.
I haven't put the front on yet. I just put the back on.
I like the Oleans you have there.
Yeah, those are stock, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe those are actually stock. Yeah, I have Legends on the Street Glide, and then whatever the suspension is on the
This is my
Pan
fun
America.
bike. So if I just want to, take a quick run to town or something like that, I'll pull it off the thing and take off.
This thing's nice. You said you got this from Harbor Freight?
I put it, oh yeah, the ramp.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
put these little step offs so I can have room to step off the bike if I'm on it. But now I just push it up on there.
I want a garage like this. So he's got a 2-car garage, and then basically you have a 3-car garage. So, and you put all your bikes over here. Okay, the Indian.
It's our alcove. So this is an 18. I bought it brand new in 19. I bought it specifically for a cross-country ride I did in 2019, and we've bonded since then. I just love this motorcycle. I'm just about 50,000 miles. I just did the 50,000 mile service on it.
It's a beautiful bike.
And I've had zero problems. I had this ongoing issue with a O2 sensor alert, but that's been going on since I had it, so I just kind of ignore it now. And then I was a Victory guy before this. My first cruiser was a Victory Vegas, and so I was kind of in the Polaris thing. So I went to all the demo rides that had them. That's what sold me more than anything. I was actually almost got the 2018 Goldwing. Yeah. Test rode those. Blown away by them. And it's in every way, it's a superior motorcycle. Yeah. Except it's not as cool.
It's not as cool. And one thing about Jeff, which is really awesome, and it's about the motorcycle community in general. You know, when we were talking out here, and he's like, "Hey, I've got an Indian ride group, and they ride with everybody, right? No brand snobs." And he's like, "Come join and come ride with us." And I think that's awesome. Even though right now I'm going through my move, but once I get situated, I will be doing that. Okay, and this last one, I'm going to have you come over here and explain this little. First thing I asked is, what's under the cover? And the cover's not on there now. Is it a Grom? He says, nope.
It's a Beneli.
Beneli.
It's Italian brand, but they're China built, right? Yeah. I did a lot of research. This is my wife's like learning bike or relearning bike. She had a Ninja 250 in the late 90s. Yeah. Hadn't ridden for over 20 years. She was a little nervous to get started on her own again. She likes the passenger, but not all that much. So she wants to learn to ride again. This is what we got it for. But she wanted a Honda Monkey, and we were on the waiting list for 7 months. They wouldn't even let us put a deposit on one until they got allocated one. Yeah. And I ran across these at Alcoa Good Times dealership out there, and then I went and researched it, and I was like,
I bet it's a fun bike.
Yeah, it's 6-speed.
Really?
Yeah. Top speed for me, my fat butt sitting on it was about, I don't know, 50-ish, 55. Yeah. But it's a great learning bike for her.
I tell you what.
Put some knobbies on it and take her.
There you go.
Some trail riding on it. I like to ride it. Honestly, it's fun.
It's so small.
Hilarious. I'm riding home from the dealership. A young lady pulls up next to me at car and is shooting video. I didn't know if she thought the motorcycle was cool or she thought the fat guy.
It was you, buddy. It was all you. One thing, what was cool about Jeff, he told me there are so many roads out here that nobody knows about. And he says he's going to take me on them, not like your standard fare, like the Tail, Cherhola, Foothills Parkway. There's a lot of different roads. And even coming up to his place, because he lives about, I'd say, about 20 miles from Sevierville, I think, out in the country. And
it's a geographical oddity. We live an hour from everywhere.
Exactly. But he's got a beautiful place, and I'm blessed that I have him as a friend that let me hold this. So I'm actually going to take the bike out now, and then you want to show him over this gravel road. So getting out of here is just going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. But wish me luck.
It'll be about a 6-point turn.
It'll be a 6-point turn.
It's going to get him turned around.
But what, man, I mean, you're living life out here, man, because, you know, if you look out here, he's surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, our neighbors used to be rental cabins, but now the owners have permanently occupied them. They've gone, but once the leaves bloom, you don't even see them.
It's a beautiful area, man. You're very blessed to live out here. Yeah.